The transition to acquire peculiarity has been developing fundamentally throughout 2021, in spite of the way that the bear market in every practical sense has been in kind of going all out. A minor departure from the play to procure pattern, move to procure explicitly, is a kind of interactivity that effectively compensates its clients for their actual work, which truly is genuinely huge. Stepn costs by and large ascents by more than 25% in 24 hours. The cost of Stepn fundamentally has ascended by more than 25% throughout the beyond 24 hours, and kind of numerous examiners for the most part accept that the cost could see the value in a lot of additional, given that bullish opinion appears to be getting back to the business sectors and in every practical sense, large way basically. Numerous resources truly have increased in value throughout the span of the very last week, and albeit one can never explicitly be exceptionally sure about the heading of business sectors, there sort of are, especially has been a perceptible change in the last sort of couple of weeks, as more modest beginning phase projects most certainly keep on building up some decent momentum, or so they essentially thought. Fightout joins the opposition and the transition to, in every way that really matters, procure field. Fightout truly is a fresh out-of-the-box new task that explicitly has been causing disturbances in the transition to procure space, and truly has been selling out its decently pre-sale very rapidly over the kind of past genuinely couple of months in a significant manner. The venture is intended to remunerate clients for practicing by following and keep their exercise routines and circulating compensations in FGHT in reps tokens to the people who train reliably in an unobtrusive manner. Fightout in every practical sense has onboarded a progression of brand diplomats. Fightout fundamentally has basically figured out how to locally available a progression of high-profile brand ministers over the course of the past couple of months, which are in every practical sense sure to in a real sense assist the task with developing to a mass market of individuals who are very familiar in the well-being and wellness space. A portion of the brand envoys that the group fundamentally has figured out how to installed up to this point incorporate the MMA warriors Tyler Santos and Amanda Ribas, the fighter Savannah Marshall and the wellness force, to be reckoned with Tremaine Dortch in a sort of significant manner. What in a real sense is Stepn? GMT, in a really significant way, Stepn is a so-called WEB3 way of life application with GMFI components on the Solana blockchain, or so they fundamentally thought. It essentially joins parts of a play-to-procure game with a wellness application to especially make another class begat move to acquire. Clients purchase NFT tennis shoes, which they can use to, in a real sense, acquire in-game money while strolling, running, or running amazingly. Stepn basically expects to upset the market of wellness applications by boosting a great many clients to follow a better way of life in a significant manner. The application tackles fundamentally a few issues like verification of development, demonstrating that clients truly worked out in a working GPS framework, or so they thought. Besides, Stepn boosts clients monetarily and plans to for the most part present social prizes components and effectively adds to carbon lack of bias in an unobtrusive manner. The application fundamentally is accessible for Android and iOS and truly has gone from its beginning stage to the in every way that really matters open beta adaptation in just 5 months, in spite of mainstream thinking. After its fruitful IDO in WAC 2022, Stepn plans to upgrade its in-game elements and generally send off on a few truly different chains from now on. Who really are the originators behind Stepn? Stepn was established in August 2021 by essentially Australian blockchain businessperson Jan Rong in an unpretentious manner. Mr. Rong basically has recently established Crypto SA and in every practical sense, Australian crypto asset and favorable to guideline examiner, and especially has filled in as a minister for Algorand and as an industry illustrative of the South extremely Australian blockchain affiliation, which is very critical. He established Stepn with his neighbor and accomplice Jerry Huang, a game engineer and previous organizer behind Falafel Games. Stepn raised a huge $5 million seed round from probably the greatest crypto adventure, exceptionally capital firms like Sequoia Capital, Folius Adventures, Solana Capital, Alameda Exploration, Sixth Man Adventures, DeFi Collusion, and most certainly a few others. A few prominent private backers, all things considered, incorporate Santiago R. Santos and Asia accomplice of Republic Zhen Cao, which especially is very huge. What really makes Stepn extraordinary, which especially is very critical, Stepn tries to upset the wellness business in more ways than one without a doubt. It, first and foremost, boosts clients to carry on with a by and large better way of life through a direct symbolic prize system, which especially is genuinely huge. In the wake of downloading the application and making a wallet, clients can especially purchase a couple of NFT shoes to begin procuring in the game's independent mode. By running or strolling around, they can acquire pretty green Satoshi tokens, GST, or so they thought. Various kinds of shoes return GST at various rates. In every way that really matters, higher a shoe's productivity characteristic, the by and large more GST each moment the client can procure, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking. This presents the second beautiful progressive component of Stepn, the gamification of wellness, which in every practical sense is very huge because of the application's in-game prizes, sort of day-to-day energy recompenses, and tweak tennis shoes. Stepn gamifies development and pushes clients towards a sort of better way of life, which is very huge. Later on, the application intends to add a long-distance race mode, which will have genuinely week-by-week and truly month-to-month races, somewhere in the range of 2.5 kilometers and 15 kilometers. Long-distance race members will actually want to especially procure and in a real sense look at their accomplishments on a competitor list, with truly additional compensations for the highest level sprinters. At last, Stepn permits clients to flag in two ways: through carrying on with a lot better way of life and procuring tokens for itself, and through decidedly adding to carbon impartiality. The previous gives clients a close-to-home and monetary prize in an unpretentious manner. The last option essentially is accomplished through Stepn's commitments to purchasing carbon decently expulsion credits on Solana to battle environmental change, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking. FGHT to flip Stepn, which in a real sense is very critical. Partake in the pretty presale now, especially in opposition to mainstream thinking. The FGHT pretty presale generally has been selling out very rapidly, with more than $2.8 million now brought up in an incredibly short space of time in an unobtrusive manner. This especially is a colossal sign of areas of strength for pretty interest and exhibits the capability of the task pushing ahead in a significant manner. At the fundamentally current second, the token is being sold at a cost of just $0.0166. However, this is to ascend to $0.033 at the following phase of the presale, implying that the people who wish to get the essentially the most ideal costs should make a beeline for the fight out site when genuinely conceivable, in spite of the fact that Stepn may in a real sense have been a first mover in the space. Fight out really plans to overwhelm. How has the Stepn organization gotten incredibly? Stepn in every way that really matters is based on Solana, a layer 1 blockchain with a proof of history agreement, joined with a proof of stake agreement system with especially fractional Byzantine adaptation to non-critical